Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your Love Tarot reading for December 2022. I hope that you are feeling good and living fabulously. This is a love reading for all Aquarius. Keep in mind that the roles of individuals identified or energies identified in this reading may be swapped, and that the intensity of the situation may vary. So take with you whatever messages resonate and leave behind whatever does not. In this first column, we explore the focus of your love life this month. You have confusion. You have also Seven of Swords, Spirit of Cups, which is the equivalent of the Queen of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. In this second column, we uncover what is making you more desirable. You have Snake Spirit, Time to Heal. You have the Lovers, Temperance, and Eight of Cups. In this third column, we see the lessons you're learning about intimacy. You have the Justice card. You also have Embodiment of Cups. This is the equivalent to the King of Cups. You have Justice again. Actually, I didn't even notice that. You have Justice and Justice, so looks like balance is really important here. And you have the Inspiration of Pentacles. This is the equivalent to the Page of Pentacles. So let's take a look at what's confusing you about your love life here. You have the Seven of Swords. So here you can see there is this leopard on a tree that's kind of hidden by some branches. The Seven of Swords is typically liar, stealer, cheater vibes. So it could be that someone is telling you lies. You think someone is telling you lies. Perhaps you're not sure if you are telling the truth or telling lies. With the Spirit of Cups, or this is the Queen of Cups equivalent, there's a sense that you are really trying to figure things out by using your emotions, or you're really emotionally wrapped up in whatever is going on in your love life. And with this Eight of Wands, it's as if things are outside of your grasp. They're just kind of moving forward, and you're just trying to keep up. So here, let's do some clarification. Let's definitely take a look at this Swords. You have the Six of Swords. You can see there's a bandage there, so maybe you are moving on from someone who you feel didn't tell you the truth before, or moving towards a situation like that, or you feel that you need to kind of move on and that you're between kind of two shores. Let's take a look at this Eight of Wands. You have the Ace of Wands. There's a lot of not only emotions, but kind of a spark here, a tension and energy that you're really trying to hold on to. Maybe something from the past with the both of you, or if this is a particular relationship, or perhaps it's a pattern and you are trying to kind of figure out like when you're going to be able to embrace something that's like fleeting, this energy, this connection that's fleeting. With the Queen of Cups, you have this Devil card. So here it's almost a sense of, excuse me, being tied, this emotional, the Queen of Cups here, this emotion that you are kind of immersing yourself in. It's as if it's keeping you there. It's keeping you in a state of confusion. It's almost as if you like the feeling and you don't like the feeling at the same time, because here it is like you get to feel it, you get to experience it, but it's also when there's confusion, when there's not a clear destination, sometimes it's almost like a false sense of clarity that you are kind of dunking your head into right now with just being wrapped up in feelings. So what's going to be making you more desirable is this snake spirit, time to heal. So it seems that there's something in your past that you need to kind of allow yourself to move on from. Something where it still possibly with this Queen of Cups still feels raw, feels tender to you. So making sure that you are taking care of yourself, that you are reaching out to the people that you trust, and be forgiving to yourself. You know, be gentle, not so hard on yourself, and kind of celebrate who you are, what you've learned. Here you have the Lover's card. So this is about being a partner, being a true partner, possibly with yourself, in the sense of recognizing what your wants are and what your needs are, and that concept of healing and being forgiving to yourself, and making sure that you are your main priority. You have the Temperance card here. This is a card of balance and healing, patience, and trying to find like middle of the road, avoiding extremes. Temperance is the card before the Devil. So it's as if there is there is a way for you to kind of get back into this mode of just not going to extremes and really trying to find the middle ground. It is going to take patience and focus and intention of what it is that your goal is. This Eight of Cups here, there's no cups in this version of the card. There's just this old string that is kind of torn. The edges are frayed. There is something still holding on, but there you have the scissors, and it's up to you whether or not to cut the string and be untied from whatever it is that's causing you to confusion, whatever patterns or whatever it is that this devil represents. It's not serving your best and highest good. And the Eight of Cups is about, actually I wanted a different clarifying deck. Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that don't serve you, that don't fill you up. And let's take a look at that then. We have the Seven of Cups. And that's a sense of like fantasy, illusion. So perhaps whatever it is that you're holding on to is just hopes as opposed to something concrete, which is adding to this confusion, which suggests, the Seven of Swords could be to some degree you telling yourself, deceiving yourself in a way. So let's take a look at the Temperance card. We have the Seven of Swords again. So here there is some type of deception that you are needing to heal, something that you are needing to find like a middle ground, trying to move forward, but not necessarily have a good sense of where you're going next. So here the focus is almost of just make sure you're focusing on yourself, a sense of balance, a sense of know who you are, know what makes you feel whole, separate from anyone else, and recognize that you can't ever know the full story, but you can know what is inside your own mind and how you're feeling. So let's take a look at this Lover's card here. You have the Queen of Pentacles, and this is definitely a card of self-care, self-love, making sure that you are nurturing yourself, making sure that you feel that you can thrive in your own environment. And kind of, forgive yourself if it seems to be that this confusion, the deception stems from you, or you're deceiving yourself, deceiving others. Recognize it. Don't hold on to it if it's not, if it's not serving you. And you kind of going through this change will make you more desirable, because it seems that you are or have been kind of stuck in something, and trying to be creative or clever about how you are maybe telling yourself what is or what isn't, or what you can and cannot accept. It's a sense of kind of deception. So self-deception. Here, justice, it's not only about balance, it's about, doing what is right. Here you have these books over here. This is supposed to indicate like historical knowledge. Here with these plants, flowers, this is supposed to be a card of nature. So concepts of nature versus nurture, and knowing that it's, there's a lot of books here and not a lot of plants, but they seem to be kind of weighing each other out equally. So you have the Justice card again. So there is a real focus probably on not only balance, but balance and doing what is fair and just, and recognizing that what it is that you put out there, you make happen, to recognize there is an effect of those things, like that concept of cause and effect. Here with the Inspiration of Pentacles, you've got another book. So it's a sense of, what you're learning about intimacy is you are kind of learning about being, knowing yourself a little bit more, knowing the intimate aspects of yourself, knowing when you are deceiving yourself, and knowing that this, coming to a place where you are either accepting of the fact that you are still learning and growing, and that there's things that you need to heal and let go of, can really open you up to being more accepting of your need to protect yourself, and the recognition that your sense of self really does affect your intimacy with other people. Now you have the embodiment of cups, and this is the King of Cups, someone who is caring, supportive, romantic, wants to help others around them, and also is someone who can take on other people's problems without necessarily getting overwhelmed by them. To some degree, it seems that you having this Spirit of Cups or Queen of Cups energy, you might do well with someone who is more King of Cups type of person. But let's see what we can find out about what you're learning here. You have the Queen of Wands, and this is someone who is like stepping into their power, feeling confident, following their passions, being like a loyal friend, fiercely energetic, and knowing that things might not make sense to other people, but Queen of Wands absolutely knows what they're doing and what's going to come as a result. That cause and effect, the Queen of Wands is absolutely like banking on the fact that what they put into motion, the effect is going to be like directly related to it, because they are focusing on the positive within them and around them. And so that's what they're going to get back. So let's look at this Justice card. You have the Emperor here. So the Emperor is about power and authority, but also someone who kind of has a broad view of things, oversees a lot, and is able to have healthy boundaries to know what they will not take on from other people, to know where their responsibilities kind of end and other people's responsibilities start. There is a sense of kind of tough love there. So to some degree, this sense of justice, learning about intimacy, has to do with tough love when it comes to yourself and telling yourself the truth. So let's see about the King of Cups. You have the Six of Wands. This is a card of like victory, success, recognition, celebration by your community. And so it seems that if you are looking for that equivalent, that King of Cups equivalent, there is a need for you to kind of shed some habits, get a sense of balance, get your self-love on, and kind of learn more about yourself on how you can really step into your confidence. So let's take a look here. Confidence and creativity. Let's take a look at an oracle card to see what's next for you in love. We have square, semi-square, quincunx, and tension. So here, this is a card of like transformation. It's going to be difficult. It's going to test you. It's going to have a sense of pushing and pulling, but it's kind of like this Eight of Cups card where this tension is. It'll draw your attention on what it is that is pulling you, like pulling you back or pulling you forward, and what you might need to cut out of your life or cut out of your thought patterns. So, Aquarius, I'm hoping this reading provides a helpful perspective of love for you this month. We'll see you next time. Take care.